It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner Dale Williams. How are you?
What's up, player?
Man, it's the second season, man, for high school football, and I know that when you say second season, it's time for the playoffs.
It's time for the playoff, DJ. All those pretenders, and now we got the contenders, and everybody's on the roll.
We have an opportunity to chop it up a little bit about the playoffs and some of the teams in the area that were fortunate enough to make it. We also wanted to talk about the SEC matchup. The Georgia Bulldogs and Alabama Crimson Tide are going to go head-to-head December the 1st in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
And we got to look at the South's oldest rivalry this weekend.
All that and more coming up next on Sports Vision.
If you're even thinking about a new car, you've got to come to Headquarter Nissan.
Because right now you can get the lowest payments of the year.
New Sentras from just $129 a month.
Altimas from just $159 a month.
And Rogues from just $169 a month. And all backed by our value plan featuring a lifetime warranty with an unlimited amount of time and miles and more. Lease for less. Columbus is a Nissan town.
E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse has been your most trusted name in men's fashion for more than 50 years. We've offered the area's best selection of top quality, name brand suits, accessories, and casual wear at the most competitive prices around. Customer service is our top priority. We're the professionals generations have trusted for the best quality and absolutely the best deals. We are E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We are simply the best.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. I tell you, high school football season has come, and we're down to, of course, the second season, the playoffs. Congratulations to several schools in the Chattahoochee Valley area, Dale. More importantly, on the other side, let's start with the Central Red Devils, who are the #1 team in the state of Alabama going into the playoffs. 7A, they are the favorites, and I know that for Jamie DuBois and the Central Red Devils, man, it's time for a championship.
It's time for a championship. Been 25 years since they've won a championship, DJ, and I think it's going to really look like they might be playing Auburn again.
And, I believe you are absolutely right with that concern. Also, Dale, congratulations to first-year coach Corey Joyner over at Carver High School, man, the second seed in 1-4A, and I know that at the start of the season, I know that they had aspirations and they probably had goals of reaching the playoffs, but certainly I didn't think that Coach Corey Joyner and the Carver Tigers thought that they would have this much success.
Well, they exceeded their expectations, DJ, really going 7-1, going all the way through their region, losing only one game to Cairo, and they'll be playing at home. The only playoff team that will be playing at home this Saturday.
And, of course, they'll be going up against Woodward Academy, and Wallace Davis's son, Ryan Davis, is a longtime assistant on that Woodward Academy team. They're looking forward to seeing that one.
That's going to be a great game, DJ. And, again, Carver has really exceeded their expectations this year of everyone, but really they've been playing good football, good explosive football on defense side of the ball. They've been making big plays and on the offensive side.
Big ups to Carver's quarterback Jalen Joyner. Had an outstanding season. I guarantee you he had over 1,500 yards passing and might have at least 20 touchdowns, but they had an air attack that you hadn't seen from Carver in a long, long time.
Nobody thought that, DJ, but really, like you said, they had a great air attack. The Joyner kid has been doing a great job putting the ball in the air, throwing it deep down the field, and he's got a good section of receivers. Big ups
to, of course, Coach Marino, Phil Marino over at Columbus High School too, as well. We knew coming into the season, 21 returning seniors,
right.
And they went a little up and down early on, but they finished the drill.
They finished the drill, DJ. Playing against Salem this week. Really, I think just them getting in the playoff is a relief for Coach Marino. But really, they got enough skilled people to do some damage.
And, of course, Spencer was able to make it in as well as Hardaway, and congratulations to those teams.
You know, Spencer, playing Raven County, and, Hardaway playing East Side. It's just good to have 4 schools from the Muskogee County School District that'll be representing the city of Columbus.
And we didn't forget you out there, Marion County or Brookstone. You're doing big things, and congratulations to you as well. Dale, we had the opportunity to, for the most part, 8, 9 Academy Sports and Outdoors games of the weeks, and we had an opportunity, and I told you last week, man, that probably was one of the better decisions we made to go out and, of course, go out and grassroots. That's what we are, and visit the people and let them see us and share more about Sports Vision and how we support these high school kids and coaches.
Again, DJ, just shaking hands, kissing babies, really reconnecting to the community. Like we're from here, and like you said, we're grassroots guys, but really just playing and getting a little closer to high school football, and really just blends in real good into the things that we do with our high school award luncheon.
And, of course, you mentioned the awards luncheon. Only 4 weeks away, the 11th Annual Sports Visions High School Football Awards Luncheon. That'll be on December the 13th. That's a Thursday at 11:30 down at St. Luke. And, Dale, we were already sold out.
Already sold out, DJ, and really, everything has been good about this luncheon. For 11 years we've been doing this thing, and really this year is going to be even better than last year, and we got Nick Saban.
All right, going to take a short break and let you know you're watching Sports Visions.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Devin here with Sports Vision, sitting at headquarters Nissan. I just want to tell you guys about the 2019 Altimas has just touched down. We have plenty of them, and guess what? We're going to make a deal, because at headquarters Nissan, you get a deal, everybody get a deal at headquarters Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty. And listen, guys, I want to tell you about this weekend. We have the Truck or Treat event for the kids. Bring the kids out, come celebrate Halloween with the kids. We got free giveaway. We're gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna be doing hot dogs, hamburgers, all the way from 11 till 4. So come on out to headquarters Nissan. Bring the kids, bring the family, bring the dogs. Come on out and celebrate at headquarters Nissan. Headquarters Nissan, we give back to the community. Community come to us, we give back. Once again, 2019 Altimas are out. Come test drive them and get a deal.
And welcome back to Sports Vision's Deal. College football season as well is coming down to the nitty-gritty, and I tell you what, we already have a treat. We already know who's going to be playing in the SEC championship game, representing the East, the University of Georgia, and representing the West, the Alabama Crimson Tide. But this will be Saturday, December the 1st, but there's a lot of football still left to be played, man.
A lot of football, DJ. The South oldest rivalry, the Georgia and Auburn game. You can't forget about that game. Really, it's a lot of games to be played. The championship week is coming. The rival week is coming. And the SEC championship is coming.
But when you talk about Georgia and Auburn, let's just start right there, man. Obviously, Auburn was wounded. 3 games. They're not playing for a championship, but they certainly are playing as a spoiler, because they have both Georgia this weekend, of course, Auburn in the Iron Bowl. But just talking about what those two teams mean to each other. Obviously, you said the South oldest rivalry, and again, no matter what the records are, and for a long time, Auburn was doing really well in the past 8-10 years, and Georgia was able to be a spoiler. But more importantly, right now, Georgia controls its destiny. They're already in the championship game, but you know what? To compete for something beyond the SEC championship, they have to take care of business against Auburn.
You know, their expectations are higher than the SEC championship game, DJ, but one of the biggest things about the Georgia-Auburn game, records doesn't matter. It's going to be it's a true rivalry game. And I think one of the biggest things that I've seen with Auburn has been that they're clicking for being explosive. They came back 14 points after with only 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter against Texas A&M. They're really playing good football right now.
And Jarrett Stidham, of course, he deserves a lot of credit because, his back was against the wall. But you know what? The player that they had him being coming into the preseason, that's the guy we're seeing now, because he's leading these Auburn Tigers. He led them on that 14-point comeback, and he's playing now like one of the top quarterbacks in the conference.
He's playing like one of the top ones, DJ, and really right now they're clicking. Auburn's offense is really clicking. Defensively, they they've kind of sputtered a little bit, but on offense, they are becoming more explosive each game. And I think really one of the biggest things about Gus is really satisfied with the way Jarrett Stidham is playing.
When you talk about the Georgia-Auburn matchup, you know, we're going to go up front. The Georgia Bulldogs have a great running game, and, of course, their offensive line is young. We know that Rodney Gardner, the defensive line coach for the Auburn Tigers, is going to have those guys ready to play. And matter of fact, that's the strength of Auburn's defense. So, you know what? Whoever wins the line of scrimmage is obviously going to have the edge.
That's going to be the key to the game, DJ, who wins the line of scrimmage. And I think one of the biggest things is big on big. Georgia has one of the biggest offensive lines in the SEC and the country, along with Auburn. Rodney keeps he keeps some big guys on the defensive line.
And one thing about the Georgia Bulldogs, man, I tell you what, they deserve a lot of credit because they played a lot of younger players on the offensive line, and a lot of guys are hurt, beat up, banged up. And again, you know what, they're finding a way to put it together, but hopefully they can get healthy here in the next week or two so that they can go ahead and accomplish what their main goal was, and that's to compete for a national championship.
You know, this week, and I share with you that 68% of Georgia's team is freshmen and sophomores, which is huge. But one of the biggest things about it, DJ, is that, hey, these guys can play and really they're developing. And you're not a freshman or a sophomore anymore. You've just been uplifted for a grade class to be right there as a sophomore or a junior. So they got some young players that are developed, DJ, and I think really that's going to help Georgia out down the line.
All right, let's go up to Tuscaloosa, where Alabama remains the number one team in the country. Of course, it's just overpowered LSU and proved that it's Alabama and everybody else.
I mean, DJ, really 29-0, a shutout of LSU in Baton Rouge at home in front of a hostile crowd. You know, Tua Tagovailoa, DJ, he still is the Heisman Trophy candidate that I think he is. It's his Heisman to lose, but bigger than that, it's Alabama and everybody else.
Absolutely. And again, Alabama going up against Mississippi State. Nick Fitzgerald has had a heck of a season. And again, I know that Alabama deserves and probably will win this game. At the same time, they can't rest on their laurels.
They can't rest on their laurels, DJ, and I think they're going to keep on grinding and keep on going. There's no other way. You know, the next game is the big game with Alabama. And really, DJ, we've said this all along. The only team that can beat Alabama is Alabama.
We mentioned Georgia and Auburn playing this weekend. Of course, Alabama and Mississippi State will play this weekend. However, they'll have the Iron Bowl the week following. So, again, there's a lot of football, and I say that we know who's in the SEC championship game. We just hope that Georgia and Alabama both will take care of business one week at a time.
You know, really, DJ, like you said, man, everybody's got to stay focused. The next game is the biggest game. And, you know, like you said, rivalry week, SEC championship week, and really a lot is at stake.
As far as Georgia Tech is concerned, congratulations. They were able to knock off North Carolina. Got a big game going up against Miami, and that's always a huge win. But, you know, Mark Richt has not performed or didn't have the season we thought he'd have down there.
It really, DJ, I think really he's got to go through a little player development list, too, of knowing the players, getting his own type of players in there. But really one of the biggest things about him, they're not clicking right now.
And, you know, DaQuan Marshall, Tobias Oliver is doing a heck of a job. And I knew that once, you know, he's a bigger, stronger version of DaQuan. The young man he's special at that position. And I tell you, you know, as bad as Coach Paul Johnson wants to stay with his captain, it's going to be hard to keep Tobias Oliver off.
It's going to be hard for DaQuan to get back in the lineup, DJ, with Tobias playing as good as he is, and he can throw the ball. I think one of the biggest things, when you sit out a game and you run an option offense, it takes a little bit more time to get back in there. But I think really Georgia Tech is set, and like Paul Johnson said, he wished he had the kind of depth at every position that he has at quarterback.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Chick-fil-A picks of the week.
All right, DJ, we got Alabama against Mississippi State. We got Auburn against Georgia. Georgia Tech against Miami. Then we got Clemson against Boston College. That's a trap game, DJ. FSU against Notre Dame. Ohio State against Michigan State. Oklahoma against Oklahoma State. And Kentucky against Tennessee.
And here is your weekend HBCU football schedule. Bethune-Cookman will host North Carolina Central at Daytona Beach's Memorial Stadium. Game time is 7 Eastern. Alabama A&M will battle Grambling State in Huntsville at Louis Crews Stadium at 1 Central. Savannah State will host North Carolina A&T at Ted Wright Stadium at 1 Eastern. Alabama State will battle Jackson State in Montgomery at the ASU Stadium. Game time is 2 Central. And FAMU will play South Carolina State in Tallahassee at the Bragg Memorial Stadium. Game time is 4 Eastern. Don't forget to download our free Sports Visions app from your smartphone's app store and follow us on Instagram at Sports Visions TV and on Facebook at Sports Visions TV Show. I'm Amber Williams for the Sports Visions Radio Network.
Broke my personal record.
Aflac?
No, good break.
Good break.
I'm so sorry we can't make your barbecue. I'm just sick about it.
Aflac?
Different kind of sick. If I can't work after surgery, how am I gonna pay my rent? All these bills.
Aflac!
Oh, Aflac.
And they pay you cash in just 1 day.
See how Aflac helps cover everyday expenses at Aflac.com.
Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192.
Building wealth is an innate desire we all possess. Whether you're raising a family, running a business, or starting a career, the best commitment you can possibly make today is to build wealth for your future. Now, more than ever, our innovation teamed with a personal approach to building wealth is the win we both are striving for. Trust in our commitment to help get you there. Citizens Trust Bank, a relationship you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
This is Academy Sports and Outdoors. We offer a huge sports and outdoors selection of top name brand gear like you've never seen. All at low prices like you've never seen. Because we're a sports and outdoor store like you've never seen. Until now. Now open in Columbus. Academy Sports and Outdoors. For all for less.
And welcome back to Sports Visions. Dale, the Atlanta Falcons report is a good one. The Falcons were able to go up to Washington, D.C., the capital, and, of course, knock off, and not just knock off, dominate the Washington Redskins. Again, explosive performance. Matt Ryan is playing the best ball he's played in a couple of years.
Matt Ryan is playing real good, DJ, and the Tevin Coleman piece, that has been big for the Atlanta Falcons. But the offense has been the biggest story for the Atlanta Falcons because they are actually playing defense for the defense. With all the injuries that they have, they're keeping the defense off the field.
Well, one thing that I do know that Dan Quinn has done as far as with the younger players who've been filling in for all of those great players that we said they were missing, he actually simplified everything, Dale, and he would even go over the communication because, again, a lot of the signals and a lot of the things that they were supposed to be doing as a unit just wasn't getting done because these guys didn't have the experience and getting repetitions in season when you've already gone through training camp and had limited reps. You know, you just got to grow up on the field during the regular season, and that's what's happening.
That's right, and the players are developing. And one of the other big things, DJ, has been this. They are much more aggressive. They are attacking the other team's offense a whole lot more. Instead of defending, they're definitely attacking.
Well, you know as well as I do on defense, when you know your assignment, you can play a lot faster. Right. You don't have to do a lot of thinking, and that's what I think Dan Quinn was able to do in recognizing, with him being a defensive guru, he is, only time would tell that he understood that, these kids were out there, these younger players that were filling in for the injured defensive players. You have to make them comfortable, and you don't have to make them think too much. And again, it might be you might be limited in your coverages or your schemes, but at the same time, your kids can play fast and aggressive.
That's right. When you simplify everything, DJ, it makes your players play a whole lot faster. And I think one of the biggest things, believe it or not, they even playing faster because they're really confident about what they're really supposed to be doing.
But again, hats off to Matt Ryan. Again, hats off to Julio Jones, man. Who'd have thought it would take him this long into the season, this many weeks to score his first touchdown. But again, he's a dominant guy, and again, he's one of the most unselfish football players in the league.
And really, as popular as he is, DJ, I think sometimes you get underrated. This guy is 239 yards away from having 10,000 yards as a receiver. The quickest, the youngest player has gotten to 10,000 yards.
Absolutely. Ito Smith, the running back that's filling in for Devin Coleman, not Devin Coleman, but Devontae Freeman. You know what? I'm impressed with him. He's making some good runs. He's not a big guy, but he's still able. He's stout to run between tackles. He's quick and elusive, and I like what I see out of it.
He's doing a great job, DJ, but really, Tevin Coleman is doing a great job also, and really, he can be comparable to Kamara with the New Orleans Saints. He can do everything. He can catch the ball out the backfield, and he has speed.
Absolutely. Again, keep an eye out for Matt Ryan. He might squeeze out some votes for MVP if he keeps performing at the rate he's going.
Well, he's doing very well, DJ, but they got this guy down in New Orleans that's playing pretty good, too, with Drew Brees. I think really the MVP race is still wide open.
Speaking of Drew Brees, congratulations to them because they knocked off the undefeated Los Angeles Rams, and we never thought the way the Rams were playing, we didn't think that they'd lose. But you know what? Great game this past week by the New Orleans Saints. And again, the Saints are in the division, the NFC South, with the Atlanta Falcons, and not only are the New Orleans Saints playing well, but the Carolina Panthers are right behind the Saints. And again, those two teams both are in the NFC South.
Well, I think really the NFC South is the toughest division in the NFL right now, with the Saints, with the Falcons, and with the Panthers.
Absolutely. And again, the Falcons go on the road to Cleveland this weekend. And again, I know Cleveland's having their problems, but I expect that the Falcons will continue to get better, be productive on both offense and defense, so that when they bring it back to the Mercedes-Benz Dome, again, I know the Cowboys are coming up, and that's going to be a big one.
That's going to be a big one, DJ. But really, all the games that the Falcons lost, they cannot, they can't lose right now. On this streak that they're on, they can't lose right now. But at the same time, DJ, they're playing very good football.
And just talk about some of the other intriguing stories around the league. I know that for the most part, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have given up on their franchise quarterback. Fitzpatrick was been playing pretty admirably down there, even though they got knocked off last week. But Jameis Winston, Dale, I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see what happens with him.
I think, DJ, the handwriting is on the wall, really. I don't think he's going to be that franchise quarterback that everybody saw that he was going to be, because, again, the biggest thing is he's going to have to stay out of trouble and not do anything off the field that's going to hurt him on the field. And I think really, but right now, if you had to pull the trigger and they had to sign a contract, I don't think Jameis Winston's going to be that franchise quarterback.
And you talk about teams that are hot right now, the Los Angeles Chargers. That's right, not the L.A. Rams. The Los Angeles Chargers are they're checking in, man, and they're actually they're making some noise.
Phillip Rivers has always been a good quarterback, and he just flies under the radar. But the Chargers are doing a good job.
Tom Brady, obviously, again, they're in midseason form, and Josh Gordon is getting more and more involved into their offensive production, man. And I know he had a long, explosive play this past week for a touchdown. And again, as the season wears on, Tom Brady's getting more and more familiar with his weapons. And again, it's going to be interesting to see how this November winds down.
It's going to be interesting, DJ. The Cordell Patterson piece is real big at running back, and I think really the Patriots are just as good as they were last year.
Can't leave the show without talking about Pat Mahomes, because he is a phenom out there. The second-year quarterback deal, he's on record-breaking pace. He's thrown for about 27, 28 touchdowns already, leading the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know Andy Reid is excited about his young quarterback.
DJ, again, he saw it. He knew what he had. Patrick Mahomes is really probably going to be what? He can't be a rookie, but he's definitely in the MVP battling also.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision, sponsored by Aflac, Chick-fil-A, Mel and Abe's, Styles by Denise, Jordan Girls, Taylor Funeral Home, Horace B. Johnson and Associates, State Farm, Jimmy Watts Agency, and Dr. Jamie Winchester.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, the University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people But when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now.
This is Academy Sports and Outdoors. We offer a huge sports and outdoors selection of top name brand gear like you've never seen. All at low prices like you've never seen. Because we're a sports and outdoor store like you've never seen. Until now. Now open in Columbus. Academy Sports and Outdoors. For all for less.
Building wealth is an innate desire we all possess. Whether you're raising a family, running a business, or starting a career, the best commitment you can possibly make today is to build wealth for your future. Now, more than ever, our innovation teamed with a personal approach to building wealth is the win we both are striving for. Trust in our commitment to help get you there. Citizens Trust Bank, a relationship you can bank on. Member FDIC.
E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse has been your most trusted name in men's fashion for more than 50 years. We've offered the area's best selection of top quality, name brand suits, accessories, and casual wear at the most competitive prices around. Customer service is our top priority. We're the professionals generations have trusted for the best quality and absolutely the best deals. We are E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We are simply the best.
And welcome back to the final segment of Sports Visions. Dale, I tell you, man, it's been just a tremendous joy, actually. You know, when you get around championship time, and again, we're talking about playoffs and state championships for the high schools. And again, of course, the SEC championship is right around the corner. Of course, the NFL has another month, but we're pretty much seeing the teams that in the NFL who are now jockeying and strategically making their way to the forefront.
Everybody's making their way to the forefront, DJ. The playoff picture is almost being set, but at the same time, the Falcons still got a chance.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. All they have to do is continue to win out, and I know that they'll have at least a chance at the wild card.
Like I said, the NFC South is tough, but the Falcons, I think, really, they're on a streak right now, and they continue to win. They're going to make it happen.
And as far as NBA basketball is concerned, of course, Atlanta Hawks continue to be on the rebuild, and I know that you guys are going to be patient enough to for us to get an opportunity to see Coach Pierce build a team and a franchise in Atlanta. In the meantime, you can enjoy all the visiting teams come in. That's right. Because right now, Milwaukee is great. Of course, you know that the San Antonio Spurs are great as well, and go out to Golden State. And just, all the regular teams, the Boston Celtics, they're doing their thing.
And don't forget the Toronto Raptors, DJ.
Absolutely, yeah, Toronto Raptors. Good. But again, let's just have some fun with these Hawks because we know that they're not where we want them to be, but they are building to get there. All right, well, that's going to do it for all the sports we have for today. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Visions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.
Sports Vision, sponsored by Aflac, Chick-fil-A, Mel and Abe's, Styles by Denise, Jordan Girls, Taylor Funeral Home, Forrest B. Johnson and Associates, State Farm, Jimmy Watts Agency, and Dr. Jamie Winchester.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people. But when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706